Civilization or Barbarism, an Authentic Anthropology by Dr. Cheikh Anta. Sometimes Egypt sheds some unexpected light on African cultural facts. One need only recall the magical efforts made by Sundiata, founder of the Mali Empire, who was born crippled in order to regain his vital force, if not in the physical realm, at least in the ontological one. Such practices are directly related to pharaonic vitalism. The numerous relics of metempsychosis of souls of Black Africa, Yoruba, Sarah, etc., could give an idea of the massive scale of the contact with pharaonic Egypt. Everything seems to indicate that there did exist, here and there in the heart of Africa, secondary centers of diffusion of the Egyptian religion. We know that it is in Egypt and not in India that the theory of reincarnation was first attested to. It concerned a quest for immortality. One could insist on many common points between the Yoruba and Egyptian religions. The Trinitarian symbol in the form of a triangle, symbolism of the number almost in the Pythagorean sense, etc. It is these possible scraps of ancient beliefs, metempsychosis, vitalism, etc., that antagonize our young philosophers. But revolt is pointless when faced with these kinds of hard facts. Only knowledge deriving from scientific investigation allows us to understand them, to restore their full meaning, and to place them in their true position in the spiritual evolution of Africa. Only thus will the demon be exorcised. The Muntu will be surpassed instead of being vainly denied or ignored. Only then will the ghost no longer come to haunt the dream of the philosopher armed with the knowledge of his cultural past. African philosophy cannot develop except on the original terrain of history of African thought. Otherwise, there is a risk that it will never be. Categories of being in Bantu philosophy, according to Abi Kagami. Following a penetrating linguistic analysis, Abi Kagami retains four great nominal classes corresponding to four categories of beings. Muentu equals the intelligent being, human being. Kayentu equals the non-intelligent being, thing. Ha'entu equals the localizing being, place, time. Ku'entu equals the modal being, manner of being. Here too, philosophy is meant in the broad sense, because the least that can be said is the people who speak these languages are not aware of this implicit classification, even if it were to exist. But it is so. My mother tongue, Wolof, spoken in Senegal, is a language with gradations and, as such, a semi Bantu language. For several years now, I have been interested in the fascinating peculiarity of the group of languages with gradations. In Parente génétique des pectins égyptiens, pharaonique et de la language negre africains, I believe that I have furnished the quasi rigorous scientific explanation of the origin of the languages with gradations, starting with a comparative analysis based on the earlier attestations of ancient Egyptians. It is precisely the classical language written since the era of the pyramids from 2600 BCE to 1470 BCE, from the 4th to the 28th, no, to the 18th dynasties. It seemed to me that the nominal classes have both a semantic and, above all, a phonetic origin, as shown in the examples below. In Wolof, we have the following pleonasms. Pleonasms. Muzi mi equal the cat. Vande we equals the cat. Danabe di equals the cat. Serusi equals the cat. Wild. Thus, with the first three examples, we have three beings or identical essences classified in three different categories, which can only be explained phonetically by the initial consonant of the word, considered as the class morphem. We'll pause right here. Continue back. Pick up the baton, right? Civilization or barbarism. I'm Uriel Riley. Highest heart.